As this drama unfolds, the personal attacks against Swoopes have become more brutal. Criticism isn't just aimed at her controversial comments anymore. Fans are going after her looks, intelligence, and even her contributions to the WNBA. Some have gone so far as to say that her legacy is irreparably damaged. It's not just about one or two bad takes. People are questioning whether Swoopes, once a hero to so many, has lost her relevance entirely. Comments like, "She's just bitter and washed up," have become all too common in online spaces, showing just how deep the disdain runs for her recent actions. While it's one thing to critique someone's opinion, it's another to attack them personally. But it seems that for many, Sheryl Swoopes has crossed too many lines, and her once untouchable reputation is now hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to be a beacon of hope and change in the WNBA. Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into the latest explosive developments in the Swoopes-Clark saga. And trust me, this is far from over. The fallout from Sheryl Swoopes' comments has been nothing short of explosive. What started with her defense of Diamond DeShield's controversial play has escalated into something far bigger: accusations of racism. After tweeting, "Black people can't be racist."
So for people to come at me and say that I made those comments because I'm a racist, like, first of all, Black people can't be racist. I have, no issues with Caitlin.
The league is gaining traction. Smith's involvement and ESPN's coverage of this drama have only intensified the spotlight on the WNBA, further amplifying the Caitlin Clark effect. So what's next? Will Sheryl Swoopes continue to double down on her controversial views, further tarnishing her legacy? Or will the growing support for Caitlin Clark finally push the WNBA to new heights, leaving Swoopes behind as the league's past while Clark forges its future? One thing's for sure: this story is far from over, and we'll be watching every moment as it unfolds. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to be a beacon of hope and change in the WNBA. Fans haven't forgotten what Clark is doing for the league, bringing in a new wave of interest, breaking records, and proving herself as one of the most transformational figures in women's sports today. The support for Clark has only grown stronger in the wake of this controversy. Fans aren't just defending her abilities on the court, they're standing up for what she represents. Clark is more than just a talented player. She's a symbol of the future of women's basketball, and many are rallying behind her, seeing her as the next big thing to bring the WNBA into the mainstream. Clark's ability to rise above the drama and focus on her game is also drawing praise. While Swoopes' criticism has been loud and constant, Clark remains focused on leading her team, breaking records, and setting new standards for what's possible in the league. One thing's for sure: this controversy has done more than just ignite debates online. It's bringing attention to the WNBA on a much larger scale. We've seen this before in sports history. Drama, rivalries, and heated debates often fuel viewership. Think about the Bird vs. Magic rivalry in the NBA. It wasn't just about two players. It was about two different narratives clashing, and it ultimately elevated the entire league. The same could be happening here. The tension between Sheryl Swoopes and Caitlin Clark, despite its negativity, has brought the WNBA to the forefront of conversations. Whether it's people tuning in to see Clark's next game, or fans arguing about Swoopes' comments on social media, uncommon response across social media: disbelief. Fans are expressing that they expected more from a figure like Swoopes, someone who paved the way for so many Black athletes in the league. But now, instead of fostering unity, she's accused of dividing it further with statements that are, frankly, out of touch.
This isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time.
Possible title: Sheryl Swoopes' downfall. Racism accusations, jealousy, and the WNBA's rising star Caitlin Clark. The controversy around Sheryl Swoopes and her comments about Caitlin Clark just hit a whole new level. Racism accusations, personal attacks, and claims of jealousy are flooding the conversation, making us all wonder: has one of the WNBA's greatest legends tarnished her legacy for good? Swoopes faced immediate backlash, and it's only intensified since. Many WNBA fans and commentators are calling out her remarks as ignorant, with some going as far as labeling them idiotic.
Yeah, that'll go in the record books as Caitlin Clark is the all-time, whatever it is. I don't even know what the number is, but that's the way it'll be. And I don't think it should be.
These accusations have sparked a wider conversation about racial double standards in the WNBA. And it's clear that many see Swoopes' stance as damaging.
This isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time.
This isn't the first time race has become a talking point in the WNBA, but Swoopes' involvement has brought the conversation to a boiling point. Many are asking, is this an issue of personal bias, or is something bigger at play? Either way, Swoopes' legacy as a WNBA pioneer is now clouded by her controversial remarks. It doesn't stop there. One thing's for sure. This story is far from over, and we'll be watching every moment as it unfolds.